Welcome everybody. So you've gone for your visa interview at the US Embassy, and unfortunately, they've given you a 214B. And if you haven't watched my video on the types of visa denials, please make sure you do, because it's very important to know why you were denied a visa. And so you've gone to the visa interview, and they've given you a 214B, and you're devastated. You had so many plans to come to the US, but your plans have been dashed by an interview that took less than 3 minutes. Then what? So instead of, having a pity party, what you need to do is you need to make a new plan. All right. So if you get a 214B, if they've denied you a visa, that means you can reapply again. You can reapply again as soon as possible, or you can wait until you have a new plan in place for you to be able to, apply. So one of the things I would say is, please don't keep applying for visas if you keep getting denials. It's not very productive for you to keep applying for visas when you keep getting denials. You need to know why. You need to address the why. Why do I keep getting these denials? You need to address that, and you need to address it really well before you apply again. Because then when the interviewer looks at your record and, all they can see is all these denials, it makes it so easy for them to just follow precedents. It makes it so easy for them to just be, so they already feel some type of way about you. It's like, you've been denied so many times, but you keep coming back. And so it's like they're already inclined to, oh, just because my colleagues have just denied you, why don't I just deny you? And so please don't keep applying. You're wasting money and resources every time you apply, but also it's counterproductive for you to do that. Make sure you know why you were denied, and then go back and try and cure the reason why your visa was denied. Okay? So you can set up a new interview, whether it's right away, or maybe sometimes in some instances, you need to wait. You need to wait a certain while for you to attain the reason why you were denied in the first place. Maybe it was ties. Maybe your business wasn't strong enough. Maybe you didn't have any ties and you need to build new ties. And so it takes some time for you to build new ties before you can show up for another interview. Because if you show up, if you apply for another interview, one of the things that they will want to know is what has changed. Why should we give you a visa now? And if you start fumbling and mumbling, nothing has changed, then it makes it so easy for them to just go, your visa has been denied again, because you've changed nothing. We refused you the first time, and you still show up with nothing changed. And so you need to have a game plan in place when you go in next about how you're going to tackle. Look at the mistakes that you did. I did a video on some of the mistakes that some people do when they go for their visa interviews. Watch that video too. But also, so have a new plan in place. Next time you go, make sure you're prepared. Next time you go, make sure you're doing all those things that I told you in that video about the mistakes, so that when you go in next, you have a better chance. All right. But if you go to if you reschedule a visa interview and they ask you what changed, don't say nothing changed. Don't say nothing changed, because if nothing changed and they denied you the first time, then they're inclined to deny you again. My colleague denied you and you didn't change anything. Why should I give you the visa? So please don't say nothing. And if you don't have, if the answer is nothing, don't reapply for another interview until you have another reason why. What has changed? What has changed? So, second time you go and they ask you what have changed, you can highlight some of those things, some of the reasons why you were denied. Maybe they denied you because you didn't show that you had enough support, and you had a scholarship that you didn't talk about. You didn't emphasize more. You just gave short answers, but you're coming back with a better answer. You're coming back with the support. You're coming back to show, why your ties are stronger. You have a business. You've cured the reason, if they denied you the first time just because you didn't have strong ties, you've gone, you started doing business, or you started being involved in the community. You have a non-profit going on. You've started an initiative that that you're passionate about. That is a key reason why you will come back, because you have found a passion that will make you come back home. And so next time, when you go back, make sure you emphasize that. Some of those things that you didn't in the first interview, make sure you highlight them, point them out, make it better, plead your case better. Give the interviewer a reason to give you a visa, because already INA says you're presumed an immigrant before you can prove that you're a non-immigrant. So make sure that you do it, and you answer your questions in full sentences, and articulately, and you pass your message across. So very, 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 very important. Okay, some people do need a gap, and so before you apply for your next appointment, if there's something you need to work on, then you can take some time before you apply again. But some people can apply right away. Some people can apply just the next day, just because there was something they didn't know, and now they know. There was something they didn't present, but now they know how to present. And so really it's a case-by-case basis. But also, if you get denied, in a 212A, sometimes, unless you have that you have a waiver for that, unfortunately, it doesn't matter how many times you apply, you're not going to get a visa. If you don't know what a 212A is, I've talked about it in the types of visa denials that are there. That means you've done something that makes you inadmissible in the US, and so you gotta cure that. You gotta take care of that before they give you a visa. So hopefully this is helpful, but be intentional in the way you do things. Don't just do things haphazardly. Don't just apply again. Don't just say, I'm gonna apply until the day they give me. No, have a plan in place. Go execute. You get denied the second time, you can even ask, make sure you ask, why did you deny me a visa? I thought I did a great job this time. What did I miss? What do I need to do better? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to ask those questions. Just ask. If they tell you no, they tell you no. If if they're nice enough, they'll tell you this is the reason. Maybe go do this. Maybe go do this so that next time it makes your case better. But ask questions when you get denied. And I'm hoping that next time you go, you get it. Hoping that next time you go, you get it. All right? Yeah, thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'm doing this video too while holding my baby girl. And yeah, it's pretty cool to see that I can hold her and she is sleeping. I do really have a baby. I can hold her and she's sleeping, and maybe you can hear her squeal in the video. But yeah, wish you the best of luck, and hope everything goes well for you. Thank you.